Hello everybody, this is Papa Bear, or G6 Papa Bear here, bringing you a real quick video. I've had a couple of requests for it, and it happens every time we raid 2 where I'm helping people go through tactics and do some stuff to get them geared up a little differently. So this is basically most finely tuned, I guess, for a new player. If you're running through the raid and you're trying to run with randoms and you're matchmaking or whatever you're doing and you're struggling through the raid, you just want to beat it and you haven't beat it yet. Or you and your team are just having a hard time, or maybe your times are a little longer than you want. Whatever. Here's a setup that makes it as simple as possible to get you the best results when you go to run it, right? So first thing is tactics. The obvious choice here is the assault class. The reason is the assault class has 4 bars of health, and every single other class gives you 3 bars of health. The field medic, you're never going to revive somebody with your drone. Panther, you're not going to want to disappear from enemies by hitting the special. In addition, it's centered towards submachine guns, which aren't real heavily used in the raid, etc., etc., etc. So assault is tough. That's the one to use, because in addition to that, right there, it gives you that 50% of maximum health plus 10% injury resistance cooked right in. So right away, your character's already tougher than every other character in the game. But in addition, you also get with an assault rifle plus 20 accuracy and plus 20 mobility. So what does that mean? Well, it says it right there. Speed and agility while aiming down sights is what the mobility does, but for some reason too, I found that when you're running, it does make your character run a little faster as well. To test this, just don't run that class and put like a pistol on or something that has mobility or anything that has mobility on it and run, and then switch back to something else and you'll see the difference. But anyway, you also get plus 20% accuracy, which is shot stability and sway, just by running the assault class. So now that you're in the assault class, what do you run with it? How do you make it the toughest possible? First things first, we want to go through a couple of the choices. The simplest 2 that you're going to run, and this is for survivability, because 2 thoughts. One is we want to survive, because if we survive, we can put rounds on target and do damage. If you're dead, you can't, and you hurt the team. So let's survive. Feel no pain. Relentless. Cannot receive critical injuries, and 50% injury resistance. On top of the injury resistance we already get with the class, that's a lot of injury resistance. So that makes our guy pretty darn tough. In addition, cold-blooded. Gives you plus 30% health regen, and then the 30% health regen delay, and then the plus 30 health regen speed. So the health regen delay is how long it takes before health regen starts to kick in. So you're getting a little boost in that, and you're getting a big boost in how fast it does actually regen. For the third one, I use it because it's great for all weapons, and it's really on literally almost all of my builds. I use ballistic advantage. The fact that you're getting extra range is phenomenal with any weapon. But in addition to that, you're getting a boost of 30% handling. So it's time to aim and recoil management, meaning that every gun has a little less kick to it, so it makes it a little bit easier to handle. I know it shows it here as a sniper, but again, that makes it that much stronger. As you get to be a better player, and as you're sitting here crushing it, and you're saying, "Look, man, I never get injured. You know, the healing's never a problem for me, dude. I just hit a syringe." Then there's other stuff you can grab. You can grab things like sensor hack, so that you do an extra 10% damage to drones. You could grab pack mule, so that you have more rounds. If you find you're running out of rounds, you can run burst forth if you're having a hard time getting inside a supercomputer to one place or another. Or a personal favorite is you can get close and personal, which gives you that 15% reload speed, which allows you again to do more DPS and more damage. In addition, with your gear that you're wearing, you should be looking for stuff that's giving you, I mean, we've got a lot of injury resistance already, so really we'd rather have some health regen, but stamina and injury and health regen are all good things. Gloves, reload speed is huge if we can get it on there. That's a little extra reload speed. Same thing with the injury resistance. Every time we can stack that up a little bit, the better. Again, same thing with the vest. This just happens to be stuff that I had laying around on my character. I don't run assault a whole lot. I run sniper most of the time. But This is the way we set up most guys. And at the very least, you want pants that have 20% max ammo on them, so you get extra rounds for your weapons. And again, here you see again health regen. And on the shoes, again, health regen. And with some stamina regen. So that gives me some extra stamina. On top of stamina, again, we're building all this stuff to give us more of our injury resistance and health regen. Because in addition to running that, you would go into preparations and you would pick injury resistance. And you get to eat your dog food. I know it looks like super tasty here, but no. That's got to be dog food, dude. Totally. But that dog food gives us plus 40% injury resistance for 60 minutes. Now, if you die, you're going to lose that. In addition, you're going to notice that on my wheel, I have already got, and I've actually got 2 up there, but I really only use this one. Dexterity, Ration, Basic. Plus 5% reload speed for 10 minutes. The reason I use that is they're super easy. All it takes to craft them is 1 sugar. Sugar can be a couple different things depending on what you have on your person. I pick up a lot of honey, and there's also breadfruit in certain areas, but honey's one of the easiest. In another video, I can show you a place where you can find it. But adding that reload speed really gives you a boost. So if you go to your character, by the way, you are able to see some of our survival stuff. You know, we're at maximum of 50% health. Health regen is 124%. Injury resistance at 50%. Maximum stamina. Stamina regen. I don't know what settings my game is on, to be honest with you, here as I show you this real quick. But let's take a look. Ghost Recon parameters. I'm on advanced. So what I want to do is just, I'm in an area where I play around a lot. So what I want to do is just show you survivability. Now, these are only 250 enemies that are going to be around us here, but let's go have some fun with them. Let's go play with the boys. Where you at, guys? First of all, let's eat our little ration here. This is one of my favorite testing areas. There's normally a like with a couple of guys up here, or there is a couple of wolves. Actually, that looks like citizens. Yep, citizens. No wolves. Super awesome. Makes the video more difficult than it has to be. Come on, people, where you at? There you go, right there. Bad guys up there. I'm gonna run up to them and just let them shoot me up a bunch. Actually, here, you know what? Here's a chopper. Hey, I'm over here. See that reload speed? That's a 100-round clip, by the way. So they're shooting me. And they're shooting me. And they're shooting me. You notice that my guy's barely taking any damage. I haven't even hit a needle yet. No. Alright, I shut out most of his friends, so he's upset with me. Here's these guys. Here's a wolf. Ow! Alright, well, one more of them and that would have killed me. But now I had a quick little needle. Yep, we're back. Boom. Oh, we got a bunch of guys here. This is a party! Him and his buddy. So, again, it's not like I'm running this on easy level. I'm showing it to you on regular level. Look how fast my health just came back right there. That was quick. Granted, we were out of harm's way for the most part, but it came back quick. And here, let's just see how quick it comes back. So let's throw a gas grenade. I'm gonna lose some health. That hurts pretty bad. Oh no! Don't die. Okay. All right. So let's see how quick it comes back. Health regen. Engage. And see, look, it just climb right back up again. So basically, if you're harder to kill, you're able to get more shots on target. I was able to fight more of those guys because I had more life You know, think about that. It's how many times you saw my health there. How many times would if I was playing another class would I have been dead? So that's huge. So that's step one. Step two is being able to get shots on target. So I'm going to use this tree as an example, but first of all, what I want to show you is this. M4A1 is probably one of the better weapons to use. If you can roll one that's got reload speed and damage drones on it, you're doing great. The other version would be if you've got one that had handling and damage of drones on it, really kind of along the same lines. You could really use either one and it would work perfectly. But what you want to do is you want to make this thing a laser beam. So just to give you an example, let's unlaser beam it here. We're just going to do a rail cover. We're going to do a regular set of sights. We're going to do a stock that doesn't give us any benefits. There we go. And no vertical foregrip. Underbarrel rail. Good. So now she doesn't have anything on her. Let's go to that gun, which is the 100 round clip that we're using. We're going to put some rounds into this tree here. I'm not touching the joystick right now. I'm just letting it do its own thing. Kind of jumps around a lot, right? So, let's take this M4. We go from the standard barrel to the short barrel, negative 5% vertical recoil. And it aims, time to aim is a little bit quicker. I know we're losing the range, don't worry about that. We're going to get that 10% back later on. Silencer's no big deal. For the rail, a lot of people like to use them all, and I use to get that extra 10% range and the shot spread, but the ATPIAL gives us negative 10% horizontal, meaning side-to-side recoil. It's quicker time to aim, and it still gives us 10% shot spread. So that 10% vertical recoil, or horizontal recoil, is huge, man. Let's throw that on there. The scope. A lot of people don't know about this, and it's a newer feature, but still, built-in iron sights, negative 10% vertical recoil. That's huge. Take that stock and put on a stock that gives you, any stock that you like, gives you negative 7, oh, that's horizontal recoil. We want vertical recoil. Core CP gives us negative 5% vertical recoil. And then for underbarrel, you could just simply use the shift vertical foregrip, but if you use the pod, you're going to have a little slower speed while aiming, even though your character is going to boost that up to wash that out. Don't worry about that. We're going to add that 10% range back again. So we're going to get back our range, but we're going to get negative 7 vertical recoil. So what does all that add up to? Let's make sure we got everything on there. It adds up to a gun that is now capable of doing, I'm going to go again and not touch the sticks here. Here we go. That's not, I'm not touching the right thumbstick at all. The gun is considerably more stable, and then if you wanted to hold it in place, it is much simpler to get a lot of rounds on target by doing that. Same thing holds true for the Coblin. Coblin is, and I show you the M4A1 because hands down, no matter what we tried, with that 950 rate of fire, this damn thing is just one of the best guns in the game. The Coblin, however, if you've been through the raid once before, or you're able to get to beat Gargoyle, you get a Coblin, it's already got the built-in damage of drones on it, so you're going to do more damage. It also fires a 7.62 round versus the 5.56 round that the M4A1 drops. So the Coblin again is going to be super strong. Extended magazine, again, ATPL laser. You're going to see it, same stuff here. Folding iron sights and a grip pod. And then if you can learn to use this gun, third person shooting. Oh, alright, I'm a little all over the place today. Close enough. She does major amounts of damage. Major amounts of damage. Especially with the 30%, because it also does 32. Remember that in a boss fight, this gun is going to stay, the Coblin is going to stay at 32. Your M4A1 is going to drop down to 23. You could also use a 5.53 and set it up the same way, or a 4.16. 4.16s and 5.53s have slower rate of fire, so they're going to be a little easier to set up. But that's the shotgun version of a lot of information. If you run this raid, or run this setup inside the raid, you will find that the raid becomes just a little bit easier to do because you're surviving a little bit more. You've got the right gear on and you're built to survive. Survive first, and then as you get better, we can do some more advanced stuff. I really hope this helped you guys out. I've had a lot of people that have set up their guns the way that I have these set up, and I've shown it to them, and as soon as they fired their first set of rounds, they're like, wow, what just happened? That's amazing. And that's because they're able to all of a sudden really nail their shots. So, again, just doing this to try to help some people out. I hope it does help you out, and we will see you out there. Thanks for watching, guys.